All right, southeast side of San Antonio, day one, new project. What do we want to do with it? Well, day one, we're usually taking stuff out to make stuff better. So it's a little bit of a mess, but before we started on the project, we took a look at it. Where's it gonna fit? Do we wanna flip the project or do we wanna make it a rental? This one is gonna become a rental. Why? We're ready for another rental in the portfolio, and also we have another one street over. We know exactly what we're gonna rent it for. We're probably gonna get referrals from those people for somebody who wants to rent this. It fits in the portfolio, and it's great if we can have a lot of rentals bunched up together, really close to each other. It just makes it easier, one to the other one. Coming into the living room is a total mess because we got to tear everything out. Obviously, it's got the old carpet and everything. One thing that you will find a lot in these old houses is you come into that first living room and there's no light, there's no ceiling fan, okay? They just weren't wired for them. I don't know why, maybe they didn't do it back then. Now's the time to do it. Much easier to run it over and put a box in there so you can put your light or your ceiling fan in there. Otherwise, you end up working with one of these bad boys that's old school that gets plugged in. They're trying to run it over there, you know. My opinion's probably not the best look for you. As we come through, a lot of things got to get fixed up. A lot of these older houses that have not been updated in a long time, they got the old school kitchen, so most of this stuff is going to come out. If you're going to put some money in, even on a rental, great place to put some of it is in the kitchen. If we get some of this out of here, we put in our standard cabinets and a laminate countertop. It's not a huge expense, but it's going to make a huge difference on what the property ends up looking like in the end. Another spot that we look at is, of course, our bathroom. We got the pink tile, which I kind of like some of these retro looks if they're in great shape. This one was the pink tile with all the duct tape patches on it. You're never going to repair it. It's not going to get better. Just take it out. Let's start over. Let's start fresh. Rental property will put in the new tub. Those plastic sleeves, they work great and they look great. One other thing on these old houses, when you see these old windows, the old wind up, wind down windows, they always have a draft and they're always going to have a breeze going back and forth. So we're going to replace that window, put another one in there. You know, one of the ones with a, what's that called, Lou, where you can't see through it?
Window film.
Right, one of them with film on there where you can't see through it, and it's also sealed up and you don't get the draft. The rest of the bedrooms, there's nothing surprised here. Obviously, we need to do some sheetrock repair, and we're gonna paint all the rooms, and then we're gonna put in our standard flooring. Remember from all the other ones in the rentals, we're gonna try to use the same paint and the same flooring as much as we can. We like the flooring that we use, it holds up and it's tough, and we like the paint. It works so we know exactly what we're buying. We don't end up wasting paint from one project to the other, okay? Because we know we're gonna use it later. We just say we'll use it on the next house. And if we need to do touch-ups, there's no question about what color paint's in there. We just bring it and we're touching up the paint and we're moving forward. Other big tip that I'm gonna tell you is now is the time to trim out these trees, okay? It's a little loud, so I'll close it, but right now, those trees have been overgrown for years. So we can take care of it now. We don't have to worry about falling on the tenants, falling on our roof, falling on the neighbor's roof. All we're doing is getting out in front of a problem that will happen eventually, be one day with the strong winds, and then it comes down. It's either gonna cause a problem for us or cause a problem for our neighbors and cause a problem for us. We can take care of those things up front. We definitely wanna do it. So we'll take this house, put it in the portfolio as a rental, and one more to add to the list. If there's anything we can do for you guys, give us a shout, 210-201-6644, or on the website, sellmysanantoniohouse.com.